what's up guys? All right, we have an exciting video for you today, so we're gonna do the official reveal, if you will. Second part of the video that we did just the other day, and I want to personally thank every single one of you that watches the videos and that's continuing to subscribe for the warm, awesome welcome back to the Mustang community. Such a warm welcome back is honestly, from the depths of my heart, just incredible. So thank you so very much. So what do we have planned today? So we're going to do the walk around. We're going to talk about some options. We're going to go do some cinematography stuff. And of course, we're going to do our first modification to the car. And I also want to give a big shout out to xlevel.com. So we just attained them as another sponsor for the channel. I've been talking with them back and forth. They approached me and I checked them out and they look awesome. So definitely go check them out if you're looking for, you know, some aftermarket stuff for your cars. They seem to carry quite a bit, and definitely a pleasure talking with them. And I'll look forward to working with them in the future. So that is xlevel.com. Go check them out. Hey, what's up guys? Alright, we're back for the follow-on video. This is not going to be a full review, but we are going to talk about some of the details and the options that I bought the car with. And this thing is absolutely beautiful. So I did have a really hard time between like red, the race red, or the new orange. Orange Fury in person is great, but I was just really afraid, you know, of living with it. I don't know, maybe if I was around that color more often, it would grow on me a little bit more, but I've only seen it a couple of times in person. But race red, you can't go wrong. Alright, so right off the bat, where is the Hellcat? The Hellcat's gone. I've talked to you guys a little bit in the comments about it, and the total goal was really to have both cars, but I'm not rich and famous yet, so I can only do one. And this is kind of like, the Hellcat honestly was kind of like, you know, going on vacation. It's absolutely amazing. You're going to have an awesome time, you know, while you're away, but eventually you have to come home, and that's what the Mustang is for me, is home. And you know, all you guys in the community and the aftermarket and everything, this is just kind of where I've always been. You know, the Hellcat, so the Hellcat was my first Dodge product altogether, and it was great experience. And I do want to get another one. The wife definitely wants one. She wants a Charger though, so let the channel progress a little bit, and we're going to see what happens. And we'll probably have both on this channel, and eventually, way down the road, we'll have a Camaro too. So that way we can satisfy everybody. That's the end goal, really. But Mustang has always been my favorite. And like I talked about in the last video, if you haven't seen that, we'll go definitely check it out. I'm forever going to have a Mustang on this channel at all times, no matter what, from this point forward. All right, so let's do the walk around. And I'm going to cover some of the topics that you guys have all been asking me, all these questions, you know, like what is different with the 19, you know, versus the 18. I'm going to cover all of that in this video. So here it is, guys. All right, this is a performance package level 1. It has magnetic ride, it has the active exhaust, 401A option, Recaro seats. What else has it got? It's got the new B&O audio system, and of course the 10-speed automatic. I think it looks absolutely stunning. You know, like I talked about, red I was not sure about, but you know, looking at a whole bunch of different pictures and stuff like that, and then being around them in person, it has really grew on me. That's, you know, I had the red Hellcat, so I'm honestly a big fan of this color. It has really grown on me. I think that this car looks fantastic, especially you see the Recaro seats there. I just think that looks totally badass. So I had a 2018 Lightning Blue before, and it was a stick shift car, so that's been a big, you know, question everybody has. Why did I get the auto? Well, it's because I already had a stick shift, and then I went to the automatic Hellcat. So of course I had to get the 10-speed with the new Mustang. It's the newest technology. The things are awesome, and I was, you know, really nervous about it, but it was just definitely something I had to do, and I do not regret it, not one little bitty bit. You know, I've got about 120 miles on the car, I think it is, but you know, just driving around with the transmission in sport, letting it shift itself, I mean, it's awesome. The way that it just goes through gears is kind of like a ZL1 Camaro, and then the downshifts are awesome. It blips the throttle every single time that, you know, you're going down in gear, and it's just great. It's really cool to feel. It's really cool to hear. I can't say enough good things about it. So far, all the hype is real. So all is good and well, except for, well, two issues, I guess. One of them is pretty significant. When I got home, you know, with about 20 miles on the car, I was looking at it, just in awe, looking at it, and the sun was hitting it perfect, and it's going to be hard to pick up a camera, so I just attached a picture. But over here, behind the driver door on the quarter panel, there is a nice big old fat ding in it, like it's been just beat with something. I don't know. It's very extremely hard to tell with the red color paint it is, but you know, definitely I see that and I'm like, oh my god, what the hell. It's a brand new car, so I do have to go take it to the dealership and then talk to them about, you know, fixing that, because I mean, I'm not gonna pay for it. Let's see, maybe I can get this on camera. It's gonna be hard. So right here is a nice little indentation, and there's no door ding, there's no scratch, there's no nothing. It's just pushed in. So I don't get it, but that's okay. It's a new car and the dealership is going to fix it. So another thing is, everybody's asking me about these seats. So we do have the Recaro seats in here. They look great. They feel great. They hug you plenty fine. They're not too loose. They're not too aggressive. They're just perfect. What I've noticed is the front of the seat. Okay, the seating position is honestly perfect, you know, for me. Like, I had a Focus RS at one point, and you cannot adjust the front up and down. You can't do that with this either, but in the RS, you felt like you were sitting on a bunch of, you know, books inside of the car. You were sitting real high. With this seat in this Mustang, you're still pretty low. It's awesome. I don't regret it whatsoever. You know, I do lose my heated and cooled option seats, but I've always wanted a Mustang with Recaros, and the GT350s are a little bit more aggressive and a little harder to, you know, live with every day, but these are great. All right, so we do have this one in the 401A. You get your nice stitching, you get the digital cluster and all of that. Turn the AC down. And this is something, this is new, so you can already tell a difference. This is your new B&O audio system. It has a different design, so it's a little bit more flat, and I think that it looks more premium and upscale than what we had in the 18, well, really the 15 through 18s. Everything else is pretty much the same. Of course, there's your 10-speed automatic. All right, let me see if I can do this one-handed. It'll show up. All right, here is my green label. So come on, work with me, paper. Custom order for me. So you have your regular standard equipment. It is a premium, and then you go down to your options, and you can see that there, $2,200 for 401A, 10-speed, all the rest of it. Active exhaust, B&O, audio, performance package level 1. Recaro seats, magnetic ride. So then there is your total MSRP. Of course, I bought this with X-Plan and all of that, and it did actually have $2,000 rebate on top of that, on top of X-Plan. So yeah, I took a little bit of a hit when I traded in the Hellcat. No big deal. Well, it is a big deal to some, but you know, this is just, like I said, home for me. So live and learn, right? I love that. Special order. Yes, this has got my name all over it. Yeah, so often and most times when people go buy these cars, they go to lots and then you search around, you do all of that. So it's really cool to have a custom ordered car, and I'm very, very, you know, blessed and thankful that I could, you know, still be able to get it and afford it. With the sacrifice of trading in the Hellcat, you know, we did have a lot of fun in that car, but you know, it is what it is, and we'll get something down the road, probably a Charger. So second issue with the car is in the interior on the passenger side, somewhere in the dash, there is a dash or door, something I'm trying to identify. There is and it literally just started happening today. This is like the fourth day I've owned it. There's a wicked rattle, like bad, at like about 45 mile an hour. So I don't really quite know what it is yet. I thought maybe something was, stuck in the door, or, something was loose rattling around, but we'll explore that. I don't know what it is, but that's what warranties are for, so it's all good. So on with the other known issues. It's not an MT82. I don't have a shift fork issue. Are there issues with the 10-speed? I don't know. I mean, probably no more than anything else. Every car has issue, every manufacturer. I'm not too worried about it. I do have a warranty. It's a brand new car, so I've got 35,000 miles to figure it out, so we're all good there. Engine tick noises, I don't hear any right now. It's pretty whisper quiet, and here, I'll let you hear it for yourself. All right. I don't know. There is a little tick. I mean, it's a brand new car. It's valve train stuff. I don't know. To me, it's normal. Do I remember the 18 sounding like that? No. But I also had long tubes on it, and it was a loud car, and I had tuned it very, very, very quickly when I had the 18. But I don't know if you can hear this. And again over here. All right, so honestly, I'm just not going to worry about any engine tick issues or anything like that. Again, we're under warranty, so we're good there. The Hellcat that I had bad ticking noises. I did a resonator delete in that car, replaced it with the Dynamax Bullet, so it was a really loud car, but you could definitely hear the ticking over the exhaust in that car. But I mean, it made great power. It never had any issues, so I'm not going to worry too much about it. I'm just going to drive it. And then my braking procedure is going to be the same as it generally always is. I'm going to drive it normal. I'm not going to baby it like crazy, but I'm going to drive it just normal for 500 miles, and then we're going to go ham. And then at about 1,000 miles, I'm going to change the oil and then just go nuts with it. It's always worked for me in the past. Everybody has their own braking procedures, and there's recommended braking procedures in your owner's manual, so you can just stick to that too. But that is how I'm going to do it. It's always worked for me, so why change anything? And if it breaks, it breaks. But so far, so good. But also the B&O audio system, because this is another question everybody has, and I'm sorry I'm not going to just blare the music because I don't want to get demonetized, but I will tell you that it is an improvement over the Shaker Pro. The audio, I'm not an audio expert, but the clarity is definitely a little bit more increased, and there is more bass in the car, which is always a plus. So I definitely think that for the extra money, maybe not skip that option, especially if you're going to spend the money on performance package and 401A and everything. You might as well do it. I mean, if you're going to spend the money, spend the money. An extra $900 a month is what, about $8 to $10 more a month. So to skip that feature, I just think that you'd be doing yourself a disservice. So if you're buying, again, a 401A with everything, just go crazy with it. Get it all. That'd be my recommendation. But, you guys know your wallets better than me. And most people are completely fine, with base model GTs. And you can always upgrade things. With the base models, you can put different head units in them. You can do all of that. The sky's the limit as far as aftermarket goes. And that is another reason that I love the Mustang platform so much. Okay, so another thing we're going to do today, if you've made it this far into the video, continue watching, because we're going to do our first modification. And I've had it for what, 3 or 4 days? Yep, so we're going to waste no time modding, and we're going to go back to the house and then jump to it. I love this automatic transmission. All of the hype that you'll ever hear about these things is totally legit. So I've got 127 miles on this car already, and stuff in my car is flying everywhere. That's okay. And I have not felt any or experienced any kind of like hunting for gear or anything like that. It's, for me, driving just like I would have, just like everybody says that they do, just incredibly awesome. I don't miss shifting gears at all. You know, that's always a big thing, you know, if you're trying to decide, you know, man, do I go for this 10-speed automatic, or do I, you know, just save a few bucks and then go with the manual transmission so I can feel more connected to the car. I'm gonna tell you, I still feel very connected to this car. I don't know what it is, something else. This could be placebo, but I'm pretty sure it's not, because I had the 18 like 3 or 4 months ago, so it's still pretty fresh, you know, in my memory how everything felt. But maybe it's, I don't know. To me, the car feels tighter. My 18 with magnetic ride and the performance package level 1 still felt a little bit sloppy, even in just normal. But to me, I don't know, it feels maybe a little bit more tighter. I don't know if they changed anything, but it feels fantastic. It feels great. It feels very glued to the road. I honestly am probably going to stick with the stock wheels and tires for a while. I know that with the 18, we attacked that car really fast with modifications. And this is going to be a little bit slower because I want to do things a little bit different. You know, it would be completely boring if I did the same thing over again. You know, when it comes time for like headers, I'm going to go with the same company. I'm still going to go with an X-pipe. I know some of you guys are like, H-pipe. No. I like the X-pipe with the active exhaust. I think it sounds great. And I'm going to do headers at some point, but I may follow in Stang Mode's footsteps in the beginning. You know, intake tune. I'm probably going to go with the same tuner company that he does, Rob Shoemaker, and I believe that's who he's using. And put some sticky tires in the back, and then learn how to drive this car. And then, of course, we're going to take it to the track. You know, why would I not do that? You know, the steering actually feels a little bit better too. I don't think that they changed anything. I really don't think that they did, but it just feels better. So if you guys opt to go with a manual transmission in the 2019, there's a little bit of a difference there too. You do have active rev matching in the new 19 MT82 transmission, which is pretty cool. I haven't experienced that, but I have experienced rev matching in other cars like the Camaros, and it generally works very, very well. It's a really cool thing. You know, of course, you can always heel toe. You can turn it on and off if you don't want that feature. But I think that it's really cool that they did it for 2019. The 2019 cars, the options are simplified a little bit. So something very important here. In my 18, I had the Safe and Smart package, which I could honestly care less about. I like the safety features and stuff like that, but the pedestrian or the automatic braking, not automatic braking, but the sensor, the HUD that was there, heads-up display. I can't speak. There was a little plastic, you know, glass thing where it would reflect on the windshield. If you needed a brake, it would flash right at you. You guys know what I'm talking about. It would always shine and reflect right where my eyes would be on the windshield. It was the most annoying thing in the world because it would do it all the time. And 2019, if you go with the 401A package, all right, so you're going to get blind spot monitoring standard with that package. Also, your rear cross traffic alert is standard as well. So they separated the package a little bit from the Safe and Smart. You can still get that stuff, but I definitely chose to skip it because of that that thing. I didn't want it reflecting in my eyes anymore, and it's great. So that is an awesome thing about the 19 is you can still get those other two features I just mentioned without the headache of that other reflective piece. It was just, I don't know why they didn't make it more of like a matte finish or something, but it was just bad. All right, we're about to pull into the garage and then start this short and sweet little modification that I've got. I'll tell you, the braking feels a little different than my 18 did too. The brakes in this, like, they engage like all the way up top. I mean, they're solid. So I don't know if something is different there too, but they definitely feel really good. All right, guys, here is our first modification that we're going to do. I had these left over from the 18, and these are Bmr Jacking Rails here. So pretty easy install. I'll link it in a card above, so you can go check that out and watch the install. It's about 10 minutes to do it. It's really, really simple. So we're going to go ahead and get the cart in the air, and we'll be done with this very, very shortly. Just like that. About 10 minutes. And we are all done. Short, simple, sweet, and affordable. Alright guys, that wraps up this video. So, we're going to attack this thing pretty heavily with mods. Maybe faster. I talked about doing it slow, but you never know. We'll see what happens. So if you like this video, again, give it a thumbs up, like, subscribe, share, all of that stuff, and then comment away. I like talking to you guys, so... Alright, big things coming up for the rest of the month. September we have even bigger things. So I'm going to go do a review. Is Franklin Yeti on Instagram. He's got a Whipple 3.0 2018 Mustang GT. And I'm going to be doing this review with him and also with Stang Mode. So he's being flown out here to the Nashville area. So we're going to do some collaboration. It's going to be a lot of fun. And then later on next month, in the beginning of September, of course, we have Mustang Week. And I'm going to be there all week long. So we should have that orange GT out there. He better not back out. And have some other cool guys there. Pretty much everybody's going. And of course, we're going to have Stang Mode. And we're all kind of, you know, staying together. So it's going to be a lot of fun. So I'm really looking forward to that. And we definitely have a Mustang now. So we can go enjoy that. It would have been kind of weird going to Mustang Week for a week with a Hellcat. So... I got this thing in the perfect time. Thank you so much, Ford, for shipping it to the dealership and then blessing off on everything and making this possible. And thank you guys for watching and making this possible. I wouldn't be doing it without you. So until next time, you guys stay safe in the road, and I'll see you later.